In 2023, the USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service recalled over 60,000 pounds of breakfast sausage contaminated with dangerous levels of listeria monocytogenes. Yes, your morning sausage might be serving up a side of bacterial roulette with every bite. According to CDC data, listeria infections hospitalize about 1,600 Americans annually, with a mortality rate of nearly 16%. The same meat that promises to start your day right could literally end it in the intensive care unit. What's more disturbing is that these recalls aren't rare anomalies. They're becoming a pattern in an industry where profit margins frequently outweigh public safety concerns. Breakfast, the meal we've been told is the most important of the day, is being weaponized against us, and we've just been chewing it down with a smile, blissfully unaware of the microscopic danger lurking between those sizzling links. Today, we're counting down the deadliest breakfast sausages slithering onto your plate, and the surprisingly clean brands that haven't tried to kill you. Yet. What's truly shocking isn't just what these manufacturers put in their products, but what they've successfully kept off the label. Number 7. Johnsonville Original Recipe Breakfast Sausage Links. Ah yes, the grocery store staple with a name that inspires hometown trust and family values, which is impressive considering it's been recalled multiple times for containing foreign materials like blue plastic and rubber. According to USDA Recall 034-2022, over 42,000 pounds were yanked off shelves because apparently someone at the sausage factory confused food-grade meat with Lego bricks and tire shavings. The situation gets even more stomach-churning when you consider their 2019 incident, where nearly 100,000 pounds were pulled for contamination risks after consumer complaints about finding hard, green plastic in their morning links. So much for American-made excellence. According to FDA enforcement reports, these foreign material contaminations can cause serious dental damage, intestinal lacerations, or choking hazards, especially in children and the elderly. Imagine that breakfast table scene, your family gathered around as little Timmy suddenly clutches his throat, choking on a piece of blue plastic hiding in his sausage. If you're craving extra texture in your breakfast meat, you could always just chew a balloon while microwaving a hot dog. But Johnsonville makes that experience more convenient by packaging it all together. Barely edible convenience at its finest. Moving on to a brand that thinks preservatives are just another form of seasoning. Number 6. Jimmy Dean Fully Cooked Sausage Links. If you thought the smiling face of country crooner Jimmy Dean was enough to guarantee quality, think again. A 2021 FDA enforcement report flagged the brand for excessive sodium nitrite levels, the kind that could make your blood pressure audition for a spot on Mount Everest. According to a comprehensive study published in the International Journal of Cancer by Bastide and colleagues in 2015, processed meats with high nitrite content are directly linked to colorectal cancer, increasing risk by up to 18% for regular consumers. But Jimmy Dean's marketing brazenly insists these sausages are a hearty, wholesome start to your day. Right? If by wholesome you mean a nitrate cocktail wrapped in cellulose casing that slowly damages your cardiovascular system with every seemingly innocent bite. And speaking of casing, these links have also appeared in numerous consumer complaints documented in FDA quarterly reports over unidentifiable gristle bits and bone fragments, like a charcuterie tray curated by a dental nightmare. One particularly concerning 2022 report detailed a consumer who required emergency dental work after biting into what was later identified as calcified cartilage, cleverly disguised as breakfast meat. Breakfast in America, now with extra crunch, an elevated cancer risk, and the potential for an unexpected trip to your dentist. Let's slide into the next brand like grease on a skillet. Number 5. Banquet Brown and Serve Original Sausage Links. Because nothing says good morning like a meat product that costs less than $1 and might contain about as much actual meat as an old gym sock. According to a 2020 report by the USDA, Banquet's parent company, Conagra Brands, issued a Class 1 recall of more than 15,000 pounds of these links due to contamination with metal fragments from a malfunctioning production belt. Class Y means high risk, as in consume this product, and you might be calling an ambulance instead of calling in to work. The FDA defines Class 1 recalls as situations where there is a reasonable probability that exposure to the product will cause serious adverse health consequences or death. Metal fragments can lacerate your mouth, throat, and internal organs, potentially requiring emergency surgery. And let's not even start on the sodium tsunami barreling through each link, clocking in at up to 460 milligrams per serving, according to their own labeling data, which is 20% of your daily recommended intake in just 3 tiny links. The American Heart Association has linked this level of sodium consumption with increased risk of hypertension, heart disease, and stroke. Banquet sausages are essentially the horror movie of processed meats. Low budget, poorly written, and someone always ends up in the hospital. But hey, they're pre-cooked for your convenience, so your health decline can start faster, no waiting required. Their ingredient list reads like a chemistry experiment gone wrong, with mechanically separated chicken leading the parade of questionable components. According to a Journal of Food Science study, mechanically separated meat contains higher levels of cholesterol, bone particles, and cellular debris than traditional cuts. As we claw our way down this greasy meat ladder, next up is a brand that thinks sausages should age like radioactive wine, getting more dangerous with time. Number 4. Swaggerty's Farm Premium Pork Sausage Patties. The name promises rustic charm and farmhouse nostalgia, but the reality delivers a breakfast experience one bite away from becoming a true crime documentary. In a significant 2022 USDA recall, 061-2022, more than 185,000 pounds of their sausages were yanked from store shelves due to possible contamination with Listeria monocytogenes, a pathogen that CDC data confirms has a 20% fatality rate among vulnerable populations. Listeria operates like death's personal sous chef, silently hiding in your food while methodically preparing a bacteria-fueled demolition derby throughout your internal organs. According to the New England Journal of Medicine, listeriosis can cause meningitis, encephalitis, and blood infections even weeks after consumption, making it particularly insidious. Swaggerty's official response? A press release so packed with corporate vagueness and empty reassurances, it had the comforting tone of a malfunctioning elevator alarm right before the cables snap. But wait, your breakfast nightmare gets even saucier. According to independent testing data published by Food Safety News that same year, their sausages also ranked among the top processed meat products for residual chemical absorption due to packaging leachates, with levels approaching California's Proposition 65 warning thresholds. Translation: not only might your breakfast patty deliver a side of potentially deadly bacteria, but it could also come infused with a hint of semi-synthetic plastic compounds that have been linked to endocrine disruption in multiple peer-reviewed studies. Imagine biting into your morning meat medallion and wondering, is that hint of flavor maple seasoning? Or is it polyethylene terephthalate, slowly compromising my liver function? Swaggerty's marketing tagline should honestly be farm to table by way of the toxicology report. Coming up next, a heritage brand that seems to believe the phrase cured meat should refer to the final stage of your medical diagnosis after consuming their products. Number 3. Armor Breakfast Sausage. A name that conjures images of protection and strength, yet ironically, these links are the culinary equivalent of playing Russian roulette with a revolver dipped in grease. In 2021, the FDA issued a warning letter to Armour's parent company, Smithfield Foods, citing repeated violations of current good manufacturing practices, including the discovery of rodent activity around food production lines. Yes, rat droppings near your breakfast sausage, a seasoning no one asked for unless you're into vermin-spiced charcuterie. According to the official FDA warning letter, WL Chaka 6-1-14-21-09, inspectors documented rodent excreta pellets too numerous to count in multiple storage areas adjacent to production facilities. A comprehensive 2019 analysis published in the Journal of Food Science and Technology found Armour's sausage patties contained concerning levels of saturated fats and sodium phosphate, a compound that the American Journal of Kidney Diseases has linked to increased kidney damage and cardiovascular risk with repeated exposure, particularly in processed, meat-heavy diets. The National Kidney Foundation specifically warns that high-phosphate foods can accelerate kidney disease progression in at-risk populations. Their TV-ready slogan might suggest goodness in every bite, but the medical literature suggests now with 30% more vascular dysfunction. Consider this horrifying fact. According to CDC surveillance data, rodent contamination introduces pathogens including salmonella and hantavirus, which can survive processing temperatures if contamination occurs after cooking. Eating Armour sausages is less like having breakfast and more like willingly investing in an early angioplasty with a side of pest-related horror. And the most tragic part? People still microwave these in the office break room like they're holding a seance to summon death by sodium, completely unaware that the aroma filling the office contains particles from an FDA-documented facility with systemic sanitation failures. Time to drag another breakfast brand kicking and screaming into the light. Number 2. Farmer John Classic Pork Sausage Links. With a name like Farmer John, you'd expect lovingly raised pigs and cozy barns with red doors swinging open at dawn. Instead, you get a breakfast item so chemically chaotic it might as well be a rejected Breaking Bad subplot directed by a food scientist with a suspended license. In 2020, the USDA issued a formal health alert, Alert P0334-20, warning consumers that Farmer John sausages contained undeclared allergens, including soy and MSG, ingredients known to cause severe reactions in allergic individuals and spark migraines and sodium spikes in the rest of us. Imagine your child's throat closing up over breakfast because the friendly farmer on the package forgot to mention his sausages contain allergens that could kill them. According to a comprehensive peer-reviewed analysis in the Journal of Clinical Neurophysiology by Giha et al., MSG intake in sensitive populations is consistently associated with throbbing headaches, intense nausea, facial pressure, and even cardiac arrhythmias in some cases. Think of it as Russian roulette for your neurotransmitters, served up sizzling beside your scrambled eggs. And don't be fooled by the minimalist packaging that screams rural nostalgia. It's just a Trojan pig packed with mystery fillers, as the ingredient list frequently includes deliberately vague terms like spices and natural flavorings, which, according to FDA Compliance Policy Guide 525.125, can legally mask over 3,000 chemical additives, some of which remain on regulatory watch lists for further toxicological review. A 2021 Consumer Reports investigation found that Farmer John products contained among the highest levels of sodium nitrite among comparable brands, a preservative that the International Agency for Research on Cancer has classified as a probable carcinogen when consumed in processed meats. Eating these links is basically licking the bottom of a test tube in a condemned laboratory and chasing it with pork-flavored regret. The company's own recall history shows a pattern of quality control issues that should alarm anyone who prefers their breakfast without a side of emergency room visit. But stay tuned. Because our #1 sausage offender makes these look like organic vegan snacks, handcrafted by monks who've taken vows of purity by comparison. Number 1. Great Value Original Fully Cooked Pork Sausage Patties. It's almost poetic that the Deadliest breakfast sausage comes wrapped in Walmart-style affordability, because when it comes to mass-distributed danger, few brands deliver like Great Value. In July 2023, the USDA flagged these patties for potential contamination with bone fragments sharp enough to qualify as improvised dental tools, per Recall 043-2023. Consumer complaints surfaced about chipping teeth and choking on crunchy bits, which sounds less like breakfast and more like a culinary hazing ritual. According to documented FDA injury reports, at least 17 consumers required dental intervention after consuming these patties, with 3 cases involving emergency oral surgery. Lab testing organized by a 2022 Food Safety News investigation found dangerously high levels of residual polyphosphates and nitrates, with sodium levels topping 510 milligrams per 2-patty serving, roughly the salt equivalent of eating an entire saltine box dipped in pork fat. The American Heart Association confirms that this sodium level represents nearly a quarter of your daily recommended intake in just one breakfast item, setting your cardiovascular system up for a day of unnecessary strain. These patties are less fully cooked and more partially weaponized. Underneath the budget branding lurks a product that appears to be the spawn of industrial runoff and mystery meat, wrapped in shrink plastic and a prayer. Their ingredients list reads like a discarded lab experiment, with textured soy flour, modified corn starch, and hydrolyzed vegetable protein all playing supporting roles. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, these additives contribute to systemic metabolic disruption and potential gut inflammation over regular exposure. With a 2023 study published in Gastroenterology linking such ingredients to increased intestinal permeability and microbial dysbiosis, essentially transforming your digestive system into a battleground where good bacteria retreat and inflammatory compounds advance. What's most disturbing is that Great Value sausages consistently score lowest in third-party quality testing, while maintaining the highest market penetration, meaning these patties are likely sitting in millions of American freezers right now, quietly waiting to assault unsuspecting breakfast enthusiasts nationwide. If you're eating these regularly, congratulations. You're participating in a long-term toxicology study disguised as breakfast. But don't worry, there's still hope and actual food on the other side of this greasy abyss. If you're somehow still brave enough to crave sausage after that apocalypse tour, breathe a sigh of relief, because 2 brands have actually managed to make it through the breakfast meat battlefield with minimal war crimes against your digestive system. First up is Applegate Naturals Chicken and Maple Breakfast Sausage. According to independent 2023 Clean Label Project laboratory testing, Applegate's products ranked among the lowest for heavy metals, nitrates, and residual processing chemicals when compared to major market competitors. Their ingredient list reads more like a grandmother's recipe than a chemistry final exam. Chicken, water, maple syrup, and spices. No artificial sweeteners disguised as childhood memories. No preservatives that double as industrial embalming fluid. No mystery particles waiting to lodge in your esophagus. The Journal of Food, Science and Technology confirmed in a 2022 comparative analysis that Applegate's nitrate levels were consistently below detection thresholds, while their sodium content averaged 50% lower than conventional brands. It's basically the Whole Foods version of a morning hug. And then there's Belinsky's Organic Breakfast Sausage, the brand that treats meat production like a sacred duty rather than an exercise in creative waste management. USDA certified organic, non-GMO project verified, and tested remarkably low for contaminants in a comprehensive 2022 Environmental Working Group audit. Belinsky's doesn't just avoid the dangerous stuff, it actively dares to care about your continued existence. Their facility maintains certifications that exceed federal safety standards, with third-party verification through annual Whole Foods Market Quality Standards audits. Consumer Reports ranked their breakfast sausages highest in taste tests that specifically evaluated products free from common additives. Imagine a sausage that won't try to assassinate your kidneys before lunch or leave mysterious fragments embedded in your gums. A world where breakfast is no longer a gastrointestinal Russian roulette is actually possible. You just have to read labels like a detective, dodge the industrial poison masquerading as food, and maybe spend $2 more per pack for products that won't slowly poison you. Because in this economy, your organs are the one thing you actually can't afford to replace. The FDA might allow certain horrors on your breakfast plate, but you don't have to invite them to the table. Good luck out there, breakfast warrior. The odds are slightly more in your favor than they were 10 minutes ago. Next time you smell sizzling sausage in the morning, remember it might not just be breakfast. It could be a slow-motion assault on your internal organs. The choice between convenience and health shouldn't be this dangerous. Yet here we are, navigating breakfast aisles like hazardous waste facilities. According to the American Medical Association, the compounds found in ultra-processed breakfast meats contribute to over 40,000 preventable deaths annually from colorectal cancer and cardiovascular disease. Think about that statistic while you're watching those links brown in the pan. Your breakfast shouldn't require a warning label, but maybe it's time we started treating it with the same caution we give to other daily dangers. Smash that like button if you value dark truths with your coffee, and subscribe before the FDA decides this entire video contains too much unprocessed reality for public consumption.